All right, what is going on, guys? I've got a great little quick hike or a quick drive video. We're actually doing a little more off-road driving today. This is for anybody that lives in the Southern California area, specifically LA County, San Bernardino County, and you're just looking for a quick getaway. Today's little trip is it's called the Cloudland Truck Trail. It's a nice little short off-roading route. Looks really cool. I found it on the Gaia GPS app, and there's actually a very brief, and when I mean brief, I mean very, very brief little hike. So it's a great opportunity to get out and stretch your legs and you know, just get some fresh air and get moving for a little bit. So this video is perfect for you guys that just want to get out. If you live in LA County or San Bernardino County and you want to get out and just get some fresh air and check something out cool, you've got a 4x4 or even a capable two-wheel drive vehicle. I don't think we're going to run into anything difficult on this trail. But yeah, I'm on the road here, so I will catch you guys once I get there. All right, guys, so we are pretty much here. I am driving up Devil's Canyon Road to the entrance of the off-roading trail here. Took about an hour for me to get out here. That is with absolutely no traffic. So if you're in the LA County area, it is going to take you a little bit longer. Let's get this ride going here. If you're an avid outdoors enthusiast in Southern California, the landscape you'll be taken through is all too familiar. It's dotted with various forms of sage, yucca, oak, and other plants that are quite common in the Southern California area. I couldn't help but thinking how beautiful this place must have looked in the springtime. I'm pretty much into winter at this point, so everything looks pretty dull. But if you catch this video around the spring and summer months, this is definitely a trip you're going to want to check out. Getting to the halfway point from this side of the mountain is pretty easy. It can be done with any four-wheel drive SUV or truck, and any two-wheel drive capable SUV or truck. And when I mean capable, I'm talking about something like a Toyota Tacoma or an equivalent. If you're feeling adventurous, you can bring just about anything up the mountain on this side to the halfway point. The path is very well maintained and is basically a smooth dirt road for that portion of the trip. Without taking any stops, you're looking at about a 15-minute journey to the halfway point. Once you get there, you'll be satisfied to find a nice cleared out open area to eat some lunch, chill out, or do whatever you please. This area must look amazing in the spring. As I mentioned before, this is definitely a spot to check out when the flowers are blooming and the sun is shining. Alright, what is going on, guys? So I am here on the very short hiking trail here. Just wanted to check it out and see what it was all about. I'm not sure why it's here, but we're gonna find out. Pretty densely, a lot of dense brush here. Kind of a plus that this has this very short hiking trail. I'm gonna see how far it goes and where it goes, and then we'll check it out. So let's see what happens. All right, what is going on, guys? So I made it to the end of that little hiking path on my map that you guys are going to be downloading if you're interested in this little spot. Not much going on. I definitely recommend you wear some kind of hiking shoes. If you got on like flip-flops or something simple, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. Also, it was mostly downhill, so I got maybe like a little 10, maybe 15-minute walk uphill. I came out here to stretch my legs, so no problem at all. And just, you know, exploring, seeing what I can find out here for you guys, so you guys know what's going on these trails. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hike back up and continue this trip. When you get moving back towards the peak, you should see a sign for what I think makes this trip very unique. I've seen all sorts of signs along trails and lookout points across Southern California, so I didn't think much of it. I would later be pleasantly surprised. As you get closer to the peak, you're rewarded with some first-class views. On my trip, I felt fortunate that the clouds decided to break up and let in some of that sunlight that I had been longing for. It definitely added to the overall experience. Once you round the backside of the mountain, you'll get a pretty cool opportunity to check out the aqueduct bringing water down into the San Bernardino area. If any of you guys are looking for adventure, the top portion of the mountain and on is your place to find it. While I don't recommend taking any of these more difficult side spurs, you can definitely check them out at your own risk if you're a more experienced off-roading enthusiast. I'm a fairly advanced driver. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I can usually tell the age of a trail just by being on it. Honestly, I would not recommend going up any of the less traveled paths that look extremely difficult. While I'm sure most of you could make it up the first portions of the side routes that I saw, I had no idea of being able to tell the condition of what lied beyond that. So once again, you can take them, but it's at your own risk. Once you get to the top portion of the mountain, you begin driving down a path of thick but short bushes and trees that obstruct your views in all directions except to the front and the back of you. You'll notice that the temperature has dropped a few degrees and the air definitely feels a lot fresher up here. Without a doubt, I enjoyed the driving experience along this portion of the trail the most. After about 7 minutes of driving, you'll reach the zenith of this trip, the peak. Another little heads up for anyone that's planning on doing this. The very short route to the peak has some big dips in it. I have a Jeep Wrangler, so it was able to handle this no problem. But if you're coming up this hill in something simple, you're going to want to find an alternative route or take the best line possible. Do not under any circumstances take a car up this route that I took. If you've got a 4x4, have some fun. I really enjoyed my experience of getting to the top. I had no idea what to expect. And seeing these people hang gliding and parachuting, literally jumping off of the cliff into the air, was a sight to see. Everything was perfect, from the lighting to the slight breeze. This totally made my day. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go if you decide to follow my route. With or without the hang gliders, this was definitely a stop that I enjoyed. This day trip is perfect for a few occasions.
It might be because I'm single, but the first thing that popped into my mind was a great first or second date. This trip is simple, with nothing too crazy along the trail. The views are impressive, and the atmosphere can be intoxicating, especially in the spring. You'll have plenty of time to connect with whoever you're taking, and there will be absolutely no question about whether or not you left an impression. Aside from that, this trip is great for anyone who's just looking for a quick trip outside of the city for some fresh air. Pack yourself some lunch, a couple of drinks, and maybe a good book, and enjoy. This short day trip will not disappoint. The drive down the mountain is fairly uneventful, but I will say this, the road gets a lot rougher than the route up. So if you're in a 4x4, you're going to be okay. But if you drove a car, you would be wise to go down the mountain the same way that you came up. Experienced drivers will get to have a tiny bit of fun. And if you did take a date on this trip, things can definitely get a little interesting for you both here. It's about a 10-minute drive, and then you hit the freeway. It's a little strange being so suddenly thrust back into society after such a peaceful trip. I really like this route, and I'll definitely be back. For anyone who's interested in following my path, please feel free to download my Gaia GPS map that will be linked in the description below. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this trip. I enjoy sharing my adventures, and I have plans to take you guys across the world. Be sure to like and subscribe this video and share it with your friends. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you in my next adventure.